What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny. Back in here with my reaction video, ladies and gentlemen. And today, I got one I hope you love. It's from one of my favorite books called You Try It by Robert A. Russell, fantastic author. And we're going to jump into chapter 3 right now, which is called Try Faith in Solving Problems. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Get on in here now. As I like to say, we simply spirits encased in human flesh. Just trying to figure out this thing called life. Not nearly as divided as the media tries to make it seem every single day. So if you enjoy what you hear, please share this video far and wide.
Try faith in solving problems. In 1951, Bob Richards, the world's greatest pole vaulter, topped 15 feet on a pole vault. He equaled the world's record in the later Olympics. When asked how he was able to attain this height, he answered, "Because of the power of the Lord." Questioned further by sports writer, he added, "Don't get the idea that some mystical power comes and lifts me over the 15-foot bar. It is not that way at all. The ability is in me, and my faith in Almighty God releases the power so that I can vault a 15-foot bar." When we adopt Bob's method in the approach to our difficulties, we find that we too have a power within us that is equal to our needs, a power that we can apply to any and every situation. If we keep ourselves receptive to God through our faith, His power flows through us, and we have the spiritual force necessary to surmount any obstacle or overcome any difficulty. The great concern of Jesus about our faith was expressed in the question, "When the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?" Jesus never failed to show his joy and appreciation when he found faith, and he never failed to reward it.
Do you see why the world wants to keep you in a state of fear, panic, worry, and anxiety? It never wants you just to be the calm in the storm. Every day, breaking news, something bad is happening in the world. Something else you need to be worried about. Egg shortage, toilet paper shortage, this and that. That's why I say you be in the world but not of the world. Because fear is false evidence appearing real. And propaganda is running at an all-time high. And it's extremely unfortunate. Disconnect from that matrix.
To a blind man seeking help he said, "Go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole." To another he said, "According to your faith be it unto you." To the centurion he paid a great tribute in the words, "I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel." Faith, what a boon to those in trouble. What a joy to the sorrowing, what a balm to the sick. It is one of our rarest possessions, a precious jewel which we must guard night and day from everything that draws our attention away from it. When Jesus...
Now, how many people walk around in a state of faith, a state of gratitude? Because I know it's hard in today's society. But that's why I say this is time for your faith to be tested now more than ever. Because it wants to show you a bunch of negative images, whether it's on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or the mainstream media. Everything, the algorithms are fixed to show you negativity. Do you have faith on the other side of all this propaganda that it's a beautiful sunny sky with positivity and uplifting for all of us? Or do you believe the BS that you see? Be in the world, not of the world, once again.
Jesus said, "All things are possible to him that believeth." He was talking to you and to me and to those at all time who would carry on his transforming work. We must have faith in God, have faith in life, have faith in ourselves, have faith in our fellow man, and have faith in his faith. "In quietness and confidence shall be your strength," is the promise. These words do not mean that we are to lift ourselves by our own bootstraps, that is, by force of will. They mean rather that by our faith we connect our barrenness with his fullness, our weakness with his strength, our inability with his ability, our insufficiency with his sufficiency, our littleness with his greatness. We go beyond ourselves and become one with him. We draw upon him for our needs through our faith. In his parting message to his disciples, Jesus said, "Ye believe in God, believe also in me." Again he said, "These things have been written that thee might believe." Did it ever occur to you that you are what you are and have the privilege that you have because of your own or someone else's faith? The faith of your parents in one another and in you. The faith of your forefathers in the right of the individual to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The faith of your contemporaries in the need to realize adequate living conditions for everyone. These are factors in your life today. Why is it that the banker will cash a check for one man and not for another? Why do we so happily accept folding money? Back of acceptance of any symbol there must be faith, confidence, and belief. The whole structure of our living rests upon faith. If faith fails, everything else falls with it. But faith, let us know, it is not so much holding on to God as it is letting God hold on to us.
Man, look,
The man who goes places and accomplishes things does not know in advance just where he will arrive. Traveling by faith, he has no chart, evidence,
drop it right there. A book recommendation: Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret in the World. Fantastic read.
or experience to go by. He is prepared to accept anything that happens and find it good. He is aware that his life follows a plan which he cannot see, a plan that results from the action of the all-seeing, all-knowing, all-powerful Father.
Man, look here.
The words of Jesus lift the individual out of the mass and clothe him with uniqueness, with significance, with importance, with confidence. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 farthing, and not one of them is forgotten before God? But even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore, ye are more value than many sparrows. Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Consider the lilies of the field,
Man,
how
look.
they grow, they toil not, neither
And once again, this is why I say our society feeds off broken people. Because if you have faith, you individually, not from the world, but if you have faith that there was a God that cared about you this much and loved about you this much, you wake up happy. You're in a good mood no matter what's going on around you because you loved and you safe and you secure. Because we have so many people in this world that didn't get the proper love from their mother and father, they out in this world looking for acceptance. And society takes advantage of that. And we got hurt people hurting people unconsciously. That's why it's time for the healers to step in and start healing people and let them know, man, you are special, you are talented. No matter where you come from, no matter what you've been through, you can divorce yourself from that ugly past and have faith in a beautiful future. God believes in you. It's time for you to believe in yourself.
do they spin. Wherefore, if God so clothe the grass of the field, shall he not much more clothe you?
Man,
Where did you get the idea that you needed a lot of faith to overcome the difficulties and adversities in your life?
where do you get that from?
Is faith a matter of quantity or of quality?
Have you ever heard that before? Is faith a matter of quality or quantity? Because it's never put in that perspective of us. It's obey God or you're going to hell. Once again, it's to keep you in that state of fear. But you can't be in a state of faith and a state of fear at the same time.
The question you have to answer is not, how much faith do I have, but how real is my faith? Is it free from doubt? Is it steadfast? Does it stand up in a
buddy.
crisis? Deep in every man's heart is the belief in a power greater than himself.
Calm in the storm.
He may be many years and countless miles away from the time and place in which he last overtly recognized that power, but the belief is only dormant, it is not dead. St. Paul
inside
said
all
to
of
Timothy,
us.
"Stir up the gift of God which is in thee," referring to what he called the unfeigned faith. Jesus said, "If ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say to this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you."
Okay.
Do you find fault with your experiences in life? Then get a set of beliefs that will result in different attitudes.
Change your thinking.
Abraham
change your
Lincoln
life.
said, "Accept all you can by reason, and the rest by faith, and you will live and die a better man." There is no hope for the man who persistently says it can't be done. He has shut himself off from God. St. Mark says of Jesus' work in one area, he could do no mighty works there because of their unbelief. Actually, the worst thing that can happen to any man is his acceptance of loss of faith.
The worst thing that can happen to any man or woman is the acceptance of loss of faith. And right now in America, 80% of people don't believe in God. If you don't believe in something bigger than yourself, what do? Because you have to feel like you matter, you have a purpose. What you doing here on this thing called Earth, it's going to outlive you. And it's going to help somebody 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years later. And so with faith, you get up and every day you contribute to this thing because you understand you're important. But if you don't value yourself, then you out here on YOLO mode, throwing your life away. And that sucks for the human race because we all need each other, whether we understand it or not. Every single one of us is valuable and every single one of us can contribute and make life better.
A faithless man is literally a lost man. Why is it that one person is strengthened by his problem while another is weakened by it? The same catastrophe happens to two persons.
problems make you
One
better or
goes
worse?
down while the other goes up. The difference is the result of their different attitudes. Like an insect trying to climb out of a slippery bowl, one tries to meet his problem from the
lot of
surface of
truth
his
in
mind
this
with
one.
personal power. The other man lets God solve the problem for him. There are two famous pictures of Daniel in the lion's den. In one, Daniel stands facing the lions, trying to overcome them by his own strength. In the other, Daniel is not thinking of the lions at all. He stands with his back toward them, facing God, who is represented by a
That's
shaft
faith,
of
dog.
light. The first picture illustrates
Now, do you have that much faith when you're going through a hardship, when you're going through adversity? Because I can say years ago I didn't. I can say now I'm getting there though. I'm not perfect by any means. I can't wait to see what my faith is like in 10 years, 15 years. But I can say right now, no matter what hardships are right in my face, I can, what's up, God? I see you back there doing your thing. I ain't worried about this right here in front of me. I know you're going to handle it. Have you reached that level yet? If not, I hope you get there soon, man. It's a beautiful thing because I understand having a problem pop up in your life and feel like you got the weight of the world on your shoulders and you sweating and you panicking and you not hungry and you causing your stomach to turn only for the problem to go away and all that physical harm you done did to your own body based off your panic and your worry. So if you're tired of hurting your own body because nobody else can feel the stress but you, nobody can feel the anxiety or the worry but you. If you're tired of dealing with that, give it to God.
a commonplace error in metaphysical practice. If, facing a problem, you rely on your own strength and wisdom, you will fail. If, however, you look away from the difficulty and look steadfastly to God, your need is met. Remember that a problem has no reality or
All your
substance
needs are
apart
always
from your
met.
mind. It is only when you recognize a circumstance or condition as a problem that it becomes real. That is why it is wise to postpone handling a problem until it is at least 24 hours old. You must have a chance to relax
Listen,
tension and develop a perspective in order to think straight about it. In reality, the only problem in any problem is to give more of your faith to God and less of it to the condition which is troubling you.
ooh,
God comes into the situation when you let the mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. Never identify yourself with a difficulty. Cast your burdens upon the Lord. Say, I live, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. It is no longer
Galatians
my
2:20.
problem, but God's. Your part is to keep God in the forefront of consciousness, and He in turn will govern all your affairs. Practice His presence. Think about Him as many times each day.
2 more books I got to drop. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy and As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. You know, your mind is very valuable. If you would guard your body, guard your mind. There is a reason that everything is targeted to the kids and to the young generation because we have to get you before you develop the ability to think for yourself.
As you can. Walk with Him. Talk with Him. Put your problems lovingly in His hands and believe that He is helping you. Say something like this to the problems that seems to face you. Be thou removed, that is, get out of my life, and be thou cast into the sea.
Get out of my way.
You have no place in my life. There is nothing in my consciousness for a problem to work with. I see through this trouble to the divine presence within me. I know that this problem is already solved by divine love.
Already.
I believe that it will speedily cease to be a part of my outward experience. There's nothing in my consciousness that can doubt, deny, or delay the perfect outcome of this prayer. There is nothing that can weaken or dissipate the clear realization of my faith. I speak this word with absolute confidence, faith, and acceptance. I know that my word shall not return unto me void, but shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. I know that it will put to an end all things that are troubling me. I accept the fulfillment of this desire now. Then center your thought on the fulfilled wish. Get the realization that the work is done. Assume the feeling of completion. Know that all the claims you have made will be carried out as you have believed. But this is a very large claim, you say. That may be true to a sense, but I speak to you on a dimension in which faith gets very large results, not a watered-down faith that ends in a feeble hope that something can or may happen to change things, but a faith that actually becomes the wish fulfilled. Do you remember that Jesus said to the woman with the issue of blood, Thy faith hath made thee whole? Not my faith, but thy faith. The same faith is lying quiescent in you now. The faith in a power that opens blind eyes, unstops deaf ears, heals broken bodies, restores broken friendships, breaks down barriers, removes difficulties, prospers the poor and strengthens the weak. There is a glorious...
Look here. I keep saying every one of us has a connection to the Creator. We all got that power inside of us, that faith he's talking about, that greatness, that ability to create, to bring new ideas into this world. Every single one of us has it. But the world don't want you to know that. You can't do nothing. You got to depend on the government. You got to blame X, Y, and Z. No, man. But I ask you, when have you really believed in yourself? When you look in the mirror, are you really proud of what you see? Are you happy when you see yourself in the mirror? No clothes. And if not, work to improve yourself. Because even in a room full of 1,000,000 people, all you have is yourself. So make sure the internal conversation in that conscious mind is positive. Because when you got faith inside of here, it changes the way you view this thing called life, this external reality. So protect the mental. It's extremely important, especially in today's society. When I say there is a war for your mind like never before. And I know videos like this don't get the most views. You know how YouTube algorithms are. But whether you watch this video today, tomorrow, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, there is greatness inside of you. There's genius inside of you. The same faith that he speaks of in his book, it is inside of you. Yes, you watching this video. So what are you going to take that faith and do with it? What are you going to create? What are you going to bring into this world? What change? I'm looking forward to witnessing your greatness. But you have to believe in yourself. Because God already believes in you. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Be the change we're seeing in this world. Never, ever, 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 ever be too proud to pray. Talk to God. He waiting on you. We out here.